And this morning, I came to announce my candidacy for Speaker of the 12th Parliament. Uganda, our motherland, is at a turning point. We are at a defining moment. And the next 5 years are very critical for Uganda. There is hope, but there is also fear and despair. We have made gains, but we have also made losses. We are winning some wars, but we are losing the war against corruption. The corruption I'm talking about is not a police officer demanding 10,000 shillings. That's not the corruption I'm talking about. I'm talking about grand corruption. And grand corruption can only be carried out by those with power. Ugandans are not yet in a very good position to check abuse of power. That is a war we still have to wage. And the greatest abuse of power is manifested through corruption. Government has possibilities, but government also has limits. The future of this country will therefore depend on what government does, but also on what we do as citizens to improve our lives. Therefore, it's the duty of government to free the energies of citizens. In 1986, the National Resistance Movement promised a new kind of politics. New as opposed to what? As opposed to what they defined as old politics. So what were the characteristics of the old politics? Sectarianism, tribal and religious, rigging elections, political violence, and manipulation. As DP, we have a PhD in being victims of this kind of politics. In 1980, DP candidates who were going for nominations in West Nile, some of them could not cross in time to be nominated because the ferry was forcefully held on the other side of the river. So as a DP candidate, you are on one side of the river waiting for the ferry, and with impunity you are told that the ferry has a mechanical problem. Then it is 5 o'clock and the ferry comes. And then on the other side, the other candidate is declared unopposed. Do we still have those kind of behaviors? In 1980, DP won the elections. I've said here repeatedly that I asked the then candidate of DP, Dr. Paul Kawanga Semogere, I asked him, what makes you so sure that DP won? And he told me none other than the Secretary of the Electoral Commission, Vincent Sekono, called him to congratulate him. So if the Secretary of the Electoral Commission, which has the record of the results, calls you to congratulate you, then who else has the authority to tell you you have not won? So if we are talking about reclaiming victories, it is DP that should be the first to reclaim its victory. Unfortunately, a lot of our members think in a very small manner. I see a lot of our young people running around chasing very small things. They do not know that our party is a great party founded on very, very solid principles. And then we have violence. Do we still have violence in our elections? Yes. Even where I was a candidate, in the subsequent local government election, my driver went with one of my campaign vehicles near a polling station, and goons attacked him, beat him up. They even destroyed my car. Up to now, police has done nothing about it. They are running around. So we still have problems we have to tackle. After all, this country is ours anyway, and unless we want to hand it over. Do we have manipulation? Yes. We have 4 DP candidates who won. Up to now, they have not been declared due to manipulation. I'm told ballot papers were on sale in Kampala, that each book was being sold for an amount of money. I'm told other candidates and political parties, including opposition parties, were printing ballot papers also to do ballot stuffing. Do we still have sectarianism? Yes. And nepotism? Yes. The Equal Opportunities Commission has published a report about imbalances in public positions in Uganda. That is why in 1986, the process of making the national constitution gave hope to Ugandans. And that's why Ugandans accepted to be under a no-party system for 20 years. There was no multipartyism for 20 years. In that situation, a new force germinated in the Democratic Party. It was called the Uganda Young Democrats. And it brought together a variety of young people from all political parties to promote pluralism. Now, pluralism is a fact of life. We are not the same. So democracy is about pluralism, and it's about managing our differences, because we will never be the same. We speak different languages. But now, if you go to China, you can use AI to speak to a Chinese. All those are about managing differences. Otherwise, we would be fighting, because some words in Acholi, when you say it in Luganda, I may just slap you. For instance, if I go to a shop and ask for something, and the shopkeeper says Terry, that's a big, big insult. And yet to a Muganda, it is simply telling me that what I want is not there. But to me, it is a reason for me to jump over the counter and give you a thorough beating. You can ask your Luo neighbors later what that means.